Okay. So, sorry. But welcome back to another late night game dev channel. Yeah, it's just quite a lot of stuff going on at this point, but kind of have some things been closed. For example, I kind of wrote a little bit of a scathing review about the mainframe apprenticeship program. It was just really stupid. Like like they're definitely not looking for like how can you do it, but rather it's like if you have just the passion, the this and that, and it's just you're just kind of being very nitpicky. But and that's if I got the rejection, but so just go ahead and I know probably perhaps there's some folks is like, hey, don't burn bridges. You never know where your next job is gonna be, but just the way how they kind of did this is really similar to like, for example, the final stage of the round of the interview, they liked you, right? They liked you, but then, you went through the interview and it seems to be fine, but then they just don't, they just reject you for, like really petty reasons, like, oh, you're too expensive. It's like, then negotiate with me. Let's talk. Or so I don't know. Just guys, just let me know what you guys' experiences are like in that front. I just don't understand. Is it just me, or it kind of feels as if like we need, as like a society, we kind of need to go ahead and stand up our own businesses, kick them in the butt, and take over their businesses, and then just have them kind of coming to us, and then you want to get your revenge, you can, right? you know yeah, it's just kind of been unfair, but yeah, I'm very surprised that I uploaded this like my last video about ranting, um playing Civilization 6, and people actually watched the whole entire 1 hour and 30 minutes. So feel free to let me know if you guys like me to talk about stuff in general, and just looking for things, because really, I'm having this channel to kind of I know original intent is to go ahead and learn game development, but right now, just kind of with the whole mainframe, like me literally preparing for that, for the interview, just like jumping so many hoops and learning a bunch of stuff that was interesting. But if I'm not get selected for the career, then it's kind of a bit useless, right? Oh, so so yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing about me on my end, is just a lot. There were you know a lot of things that I had to prioritize for it, just to kind of try to jump through those hoops, but it didn't pan out well. So right now I'm just trying to shift gears back into game development, and yeah, and so I mean right now, as you can see, like there's just so many more videos for me to edit at this point. So there are clips. Games that I played so far are um, Tales of Iron, which I think is a pretty fun game if you could kind of understand get the mechanism timing down. I do have a video essay I need to write for that one. Um, yes, and my addiction to Civilization 6, but yeah, I think after playing it for cool, like not really sleeping, like playing till 6 a.m. in the morning, that kind of addiction. I think I can safely say that I kind of stopped. The allure of it kind of just wasn't as attractive anymore. But I will kind of write my thoughts down into those as a game reviews, right? Um, and so that kind of leads me to today. What am I going to do, right? And I thought about doing game dev, but it just feels like my videos are kind of piling on more and more. So, I oh honey. Sorry about that. My honey just thought from habit close the lights. So me and her, we do share the same space. So I do apologize, but hey, if you guys can help me support me, right? Support me, subscribe, onto my YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitch. You could that would really help us to be able to get for one step further to kind of making this as our reality, right? And I definitely do love just talking and speaking. I could talk for hours and hours on end. Okay, maybe not maybe not hours on end, but I just like to do talk, especially if there's people in my chat. Then I love to talk with them and whatnot. But right now I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to debate. I know in this stream that I put Darksiders Warmastered Edition as like the game that I'm going to be playing now. Um, the question. So the question is like, okay, like I am putting off for a little bit the game development, and I should try to get back into it because there are two projects that the I Just Work Here project is we got folks are coming back, but they have limited bandwidth. So, oh, okay, interesting. Sorry, it's just the chat's like 10:07, and that late night game dev is now live streaming Darksider Warmaster Edition. Talk about playing Darksider Warmaster Edition. Okay, that's weird chat, but anyhow, yeah, it's just the annoying thing is this, like my wife and I, we kind of talked about it just a little bit ago, and just like how sucky it is to kind of like have a group of folks who kind of are a bit too contemplated with life. I know the fact that there's like priorities in life, right? One of them's getting married, and they're gonna buy a house, close down the house, but the other one is you know not the other one. The other two actually are working together on on the World of Warcraft project. Like, if you showed so much enthusiasm for this particular project, then right, like, well, like, do I need to hurdle cats again? And in my end, it's like, yeah, I mean, I see, like, hey, different priorities, but if you kind of said that you're gonna take ownership of certain things, then kind of own up to your words and whatnot. Kind of place this as some sort of priority. And for me, it's like me kind of hurdling cats with them, um, and kind of make cats follow a certain direction. It's just kind of a bit of a nuisance in my opinion. Well, can I? Oh, the devil playing devil's advocate. Can I actually have done initiate certain things? Sure, I can. But the difference is that I need to get a job. Well, I need to make my money, right? I'm unemployed, and you know, uh, you're not gonna get followers quick, really overnight, right? It takes time to get discovered, get the algorithm to bada bing, bada boom, that type of thing. So yeah, so what do you do in the meantime, right? You can make your own game, and when you work in a group, you're going to have to follow the group pace, and that's kind of where the kind of the sucky thing about working as a group is like you can't go at the pace that you wanted to go. You know, so I mean, I definitely am still interested, but I kind of would love it if they kind of put more commitment in here, and just to kind of get the ball going, I just went ahead and volunteered to go ahead and look through the GDD. So GDD stands for Game Design Document. I was gonna say development, Game Design Document. Um, right? So we created a prototype. It had pretty good, pretty good reception, and so we want to take this up to Steam. What are next steps? Blah blah blah. and whatnot. And I never done this, so asking a guy who never kind of done this to kind of like edit a proposal and whatnot, it's like you're just like just kind of touch the walls, like, okay, is where's what, So it's definitely going to be a one learning experience for me. Just kind of wish there's more folks involved. The other one is just another project. I don't know. I just need to see where is he is at with his life. It's um yeah. I just need to see where he is in his life. It's a person who I know, but I just need to kind of see where he is. Just just because, like, again, right? You working with other people, they have perhaps different priorities, different projects that they are interested in. You know, so just I guess in a way, I'm just telling myself, perhaps don't be too invested, but we'll have to see from there. Okay, so as I'm kind of I guess doing a filibuster, not really. I apologize if I'm talking long. I'm like, get along, go and play a game now. No, I'm going to probably go play Darksider. But to kind of show you a little behind the scenes, yeah, right. I got one, two. I got what is this? A sequence? Oh, the grandma. Yeah. So I got a bunch of vids for Death's Door. Um, I just need to go ahead and kind of work my creative juice tomorrow, because I think where the video editing aspect is, like, sometimes, like, you with video editing, you could put slobs on YouTube, right? To kind of like farm for views. You could talk about the latest trends, or you could even use the AI model to, I don't know, to lead people in to talk, whatnot, right? But at the same time, though, right? If you are just trying to do things for the audience, but not for yourself, right? There's a balance between audience for yourself. Um, you're kind of like, well, you're just like anybody else, right? So, in right now on my videos, I'm sure doing like a bit of a reaction to games video. Um, I don't know. Just kind of random weird moments. I'm weird. I'm just gonna say up front. I'm I'm kind of weird. Let me put it this way. It's like people. I don't listen to music that people really like usually listen to, right? Your rap, your pop, hip hop, Taylor Swift. I don't necessarily listen to those things, but it's just I'm just that kind of person, right? I just appreciate which whatever. So, that being said, right? I don't want to be captured by my audience for sure. Meaning that, letting the audience to drive this to where they want to be. Sometimes you have leaders who originally are like the founders and leaders of a group of put it like this way, Asmongold, right? Asmongold, but or Hassan, people you see on YouTube on being influencers on stream. But there's sometimes they are kind of you have a group of folks who are kind of like their audiences kind of controls the streamer, if you get what I mean, right? So pretty much the streamer can't push back because the audience wants to dictate what he thinks. And sometimes the audience should, right? If his target intended audience, is to kind of to entertain and whatnot, so the author should entertain, but the streamer should entertain in a way that's authentic to him, right? People are coming him. It's like, imagine if there is Justin Bieber, right? Just Justin Bieber has it, or Taylor Swift, right? She has her own style, her own music that she likes, that she plays, right? She has to understand that there are people who are going to like and not going to like her music, and the fact that she understands it, many art all the artists understand is like there's just different kinds of people, right? But they understand like, oh, hey, I need to broaden my horizon and whatnot. But staying true to themselves, right, is is kind of like the point, right? You don't want to have two Taylor Swifts, right? One's the original Taylor Swift, and the other one's like, oh, I'm just a clone. I'm just doing Taylor Swift things. When it's like you're not Taylor Swift. Just like how if I were to become like, um, I don't know, just putting things that I remember in my head, becoming like double lift in League of Legends, or any of those professional uh players with their own personas, right? I'm not myself, and you're like, while you're watching me trying to be like this other person, when you could just go to that other person's stream and just watch him, right? So there's a bit of a authenticity type of thing, but understanding and realizing that that sometimes that authenticity should not be a stubbornness, right? Being able to change and be able to adapt is one thing, but being true to yourself is the other. It's a balancing act. Okay, so I think enough of me blabbering. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Yep, and I'm gonna save that. Yep. And so actually, I do have another gaming channel, an actual gaming channel that I kind of had for a while, but it's going to be strictly gaming channel. So this channel is definitely for what you call it, YouTube, develop game development, but and just UX and talking. But the other channel is definitely for gaming stuff. So like walkthroughs. So I usually am using like the materials, like as I'm playing through the whole thing. All right, it's kind of a bit of waste to kind of like just say I'm going to use just a small part just for B-roll or whatnot, or just a certain part to kind of illustrate. Rather just use it for my other gaming channel. So yeah, so feel free to take a look. All right. Okay, so shorts, a lot of editing. I am kind of curious. I should play Command and Conquer. But maybe next time. Right. So Darksiders, right? I have no clue. It seems to be kind of like a third person, maybe isometric type game, but they have the series, and it looks pretty cool, you know. But not so. Let's have at it. And I definitely will promise that I'm going to come back to game development. I just need to kind of. Ooh, I just need to organize myself. Okay. 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 So Darksiders, I remember a little bit now. This is the remastered version of the original game. So, if you guys play that original game, just let me know if I'm curious, like, is this like a better, or is it okay, just the same, or okay. Let's go and click start. Key sensitivity. reminds me of 40K. Yeah, that's good.
Since the dawn of time, the armies of heaven and hell have waged an endless war. Drawn to the conflict was the Charred Council, an entity bound by ancient laws to preserve order and balance. It held that any great power, unchecked, threatened the very fabric of the universe. In time, heaven and hell came to honor the Council and its laws, for none were beyond the swift and terrible justice of the Council's enforcers, a fearsome brotherhood known as the Four Horsemen. Amid the turmoil, the first humans emerged. The Council foretold that these weak but cunning creatures would someday be integral to the balance. Thus, a third kingdom was named, the Kingdom of Man. By order of the Council, a truce was forged between heaven and hell. The Great Pact was bound by 7 seals to be broken at the appointed time, when man's kingdom stood ready for the end war. A battle that would bring balance and determine the ultimate fate of the 3 kingdoms.
Oh shit. so much land. Whew.
What is happening?
Getting swept away by the game story.
This cannot be. The final seal.
My lord!
How did this happen? The seventh seal was not broken.
Abaddon! What in heaven's name have you done?
I answer the call.
Let's go. I'm ready.
law is clear. When the seventh seal is broken, 4 horsemen shall ride forth to punish the wicked. Be they sons of men, lords of heaven, or the dregs of hell. All upon the earth will be judged, and the pact forged anew. You forget your post, horsemen. You forget the law. No call was given, yet the destroyer marched, and there you were found, under his black banner, if the claims are true.
To hell with your claims. The seals were broken. I was summoned.
Then where are the other horsemen? Were they not summoned as well? The 7 seals are hidden, as they have been since the pact was forged eons ago. All of them intact. There was no call. You aided the Dark Ones, broke a sacred covenant that has doomed mankind, and threatened the balance. Do you deny it?
When I rode, heaven and hell were already at war. Abaddon was there. He knew something.
Abaddon fell, fighting off the chaos you unleashed.
I fought powerless against the demons, and still you accuse me.
Your defeat proves nothing. Likely the Destroyer cast you aside when he was finished with you. You have defiled the law, horseman. You will be punished.
I serve only the council. Only the balance. As the horsemen always have. Send me back. I will punish the ones responsible.
How? What hope do you have against the Destroyer's armies? You are powerless.
Then I will fail, and the demons will have carried out your sentence.
Very well. You will return to the Earth. But you will be watched. Come forth.
Remember that, or I will really get under your skin.
I swore, and arm yourself.
Harness the powers of Cassius attack on war. Okay. Select the Wraith power to Catholic hole. Oh, okay. That's consumable wave power.
The souls of the dead will be your currency. Some enemies are more easily bought than killed.
Soul manifests in 3 forms: currency, health, or wrath.
Seek the demon Vulgrim. Few can afford his services, but perhaps you can strike a bargain.
The Council confers with demons now, does it?
Since the truce was broken, some demons have fallen from the Destroyer's favor. Vulgrim is one such outcast. He has long sought an audience with us.
How long have I been here?
Okay. What the fuck's happening? Oh shit.
Looks like our trajectory was a little off. Not so fast, horseman. Let's lay down a few ground rules. Until this is over, you're a dog on a leash. I say bark, you bark. And if I have to kick you, you'd better not bare your teeth. Understand? Or should I teach you to play dead? Good boy.
Damn, Watches is cruel.
Ordered you to seek out Vulgrim, so start seeking.
I fear that the audio killer.
Here comes the welcome party. War, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes.
The council is your vote. So start singing.
That's it.
Over here.
Okay. Chests or doors. Aim sensitivity. Probably zero. Toggle R. You're so right, it just feels a little bit like twitchy. so shaky.
How long was I gone?
In Earth years, about a century. Long enough for the last of the mouth breathers to die off.
Then, the Third Kingdom is lost.
Subtle. I almost didn't hear you coming.
Volgrim.
The Council finally took me seriously. If so, you're surely not empty-handed. For this shall be the briefest of introductions. There were a few young ones. Spectacular. You seek the power behind the one called Destroyer. You will find the answers and the font of his power there. Oh, such haste to die. You aren't even a shadow of your former self. You wouldn't last a heartbeat. Besides, the way to the tower is shrouded by demon magics. Even I do not know the way.
Who does?
Feed my hunger, and I'll feed your curiosity. You
Demon chickens that can reveal.
try my patience, horseman. Bring me the souls.
Oh. Jump it down. Oh. Okay, can I zoom in? Oh wow. main water geysers. Left alt while stationary blocks incoming attack. That was pretty awesome. God of War. When did this came before God of War?
Volgrim's hunger. Now, maybe he'll feed our curiosity. These ancient gates have a mind of their own. But with this, you may reach an understanding. Beyond the gate, seek out Samael's prison. Once, Samael was close in power to the Dark Prince himself. Some might even say, a threat. You will find he is no friend to the Destroyer. Seek me out when you've gathered more souls. I will make it worth your while.
Okay. Ancient gates, press it to.
Call of my ancestors, awakened at last from the dreamless sleep. Then we are free.
None are free while the Destroyer still breathes.
The Destroyer, yes. To his service we are bound, though enemies we remain. So his enemies we call friend. Pass now, friend. Must bring victory. Must bring freedom.
If that was the gate, I can't wait to find out what's behind it.
What would you ask? On your journey, you may come into possession of certain items that are of particular interest to me. Artifacts of the Fallen Legion. If you discover any Legion artifacts, bring them to me. I will make it worth your while.
Hey, Wraith Core. Oh, life essence. So, empty vessels can be filled with many.
See anything you like?
Snap. Diamond Edge. Scythe and Harvester. New weapons. Awesome.
Only like that.
So. Guess I gotta go the other way. Jumps are real. So I got to over there. Can't go there. Got a little room. I guess a little blocked. So probably go through here. Left dash. Okay, left.
Oh, don't forget over here.
Yeah, look over there.
Oh, don't forget over here.
Oh, stop going nuts.
Oh, don't forget over here. Nice sword.
Harvester. Demon damage.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Boost the damage. Boost the damage inflicted by the weapon's slotted bonus.
Not as wise as you are powerful. Great.
Oh. Space. Hold. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, of course you had no moves.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
shot. So you can't jump. A lot of the controls are going to be on your hands. I think that hands. If it was this was a troll, like you can't actually like balance on the top of the beam. Can't go that far. Oh, got it. Oh my gosh, I got it. Alright, so you can get on. You can never get on. Yeah. Very nice. treasures. I'm liking this. Ooh, abyssal armor set. Very nice. Check it out. Nothing really at this point.
Let me know if I can help you. You are as wise as you are powerful. This
doesn't feel that. It feels a bit more like a bit janky. Post processing effect, brightness, aim, default aim sensitivity, chroma, its options, very high. Let's try this mouse sensitivity. Maybe put this up here. Okay. Jittery, dude. Maybe vertical syncing. I'm not liking this. Okay, maybe. Feels a little bit better.
Non straga sindora.
Do you know what's imprisoned here? There are things even you should fear, horseman. Once you were strong, but now you are weak and you are alone. The destroyer knows of your coming. Even now, he moves his legions against you.
Then I'll make this quick.
here. Just one hideous blood-puking gargoyle. The plumbing must be stopped up.
Are you here to play execution? They should have sent all 4 of you.
I have no interest in killing you, Samael.
Ah, the Destroyer! He's beyond your reach, beyond mine.
Has prison made you a coward?
Perhaps there is a way, but you will need to get inside the Destroyer's spire. The tower is guarded by 4 of his chosen. Bring me their hearts, and ask me no questions. My reasons for helping you are my own.
Where can I find these guardians?
First, seek the Twilight Cathedral, where the Bat Queen Tiamat has gone to roost. The whole of her domain is a blistered inferno. By land, you will never reach it. Find the high ground with this, and bring me her still beating heart.
Hold space to activate Shadow Flight. Glide into Shadow Currents.
Ruthless, stand aside. You cannot fight me. I am all powerful.
So I can.
returned you in one piece. It must like you.
Okay, no. Generate wrath.
Nice sword. Oh, you like that?
Level 1 demon edge. Sword sweeping, devastating multiple enemies. This needs 5,000.
Let me know if I can help you.
I mean, probably would just buy everything. 180 backflip slash. Space hold. WSD.
You are as wise as you are powerful.
Get to perform air move from the air. Space WSD left
You drive too hard a bargain, friend.
got to the bottom of that one. Okay, kind of cycle in place.
What would you ask of us?
Nothing. Cool.
I have come for the Destroyer.
My brother spoke of your coming, but a powerful curse holds me now. I cannot help you.
Any curse can be broken.
Yes, perhaps. These servants of the Destroyer walk unseen within the realm of shadow. By their blood we are bound. By their blood shall we be free.
I can no longer move within the Shadow Realm. Much of my power has left me.
You need not enter it. I will grant you the power to see into the accursed realm for a time. But to what end? What hope have we now against the Destroyer's foul streak?
Hope will not bring you freedom.
Find where these shadow lurkers hide and kill them all. They can't be that hard to find. Can we do it again?
So, by the looks of it, it's like a challenge thing. I am definitely gonna bring this down. Bring it down there, boys. What challenge is this one? Oh, okay. kill 15 before infected health. Bonus doesn't even health. So let's go ahead and quit for the night. Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely a hack and slash game. Dang. A lot of slashing around stuff, but so far so good. A pretty fun game. Yeah. So I'm gonna quit for the night, and hopefully you'll unsafe progress will be. I want to see if I start. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, I think we kind of played quite a bit, but yeah, this is a pretty fun game. Very gory though, man. I don't know if if games gonna be can be like this now. With I don't know, just a bit a lot of games now. It's like cartoonish, like Fortnite. esque ish. But yeah, so it seems pretty fun. Right. Well, that's pretty much it. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. And this is what is that sound? But anyhow, yeah, this is Charles signing off, and thank you for watching Late Night Game Dev. Peace out. Bye.